NBC, holy fucking shit, you guys. It's finally time to go back to the good place after 9 hellishly long months. NBC's heavenly high-concept comedy, one of last fall's best new shows, is returning with a special on-air premiere on Wednesday, September 20. And we've got to say, we couldn't be more excited to return to creator Mike Schur's endlessly inventive afterlife, where the froyo flows freely, and nothing is what it seems. But if you're having trouble remembering what happened in the first season, especially in the Gamma-Conjing finale, you've come to the right place. Read on for a refresher on Season 1's twists and turns, so you're primed and ready to go. NBC. The premise: the series began with our heroine Eleanor Shellstrop Kristen Bell being welcomed into the afterlife by Michael Ted Danson, turning in some Carolabist work, the architect of her new neighborhood in The Good Place, a utopian heaven with froyo on every corner, a predetermined soulmate for everyone, and a remarkably rigid point system used to achieve admission. The only problem: they've got the wrong Eleanor. As she reveals to her soulmate match Chidi William Jackson Harper, an ethics professor when he was alive, she was a pretty lousy human. To avoid being sent to the bad place, they set out to hide her true identity and rehab her morally scrupulous soul. Along the way, they tangle with their neighbors, soulmates Tahani Al-Jamal Jamila Jamal, a wealthy philanthropist, and Jianyu Mani Jacinto, a silent Buddhist monk from Taiwan. Oh, and they're all aided by a Siri-like AI system known as Janet Darcy Carden, who appears in human form whenever summoned. NBC. The Twists Season 1 had no shortage of jaw-dropping reveals and storytelling risks that proved The Good Place would never look the same for too long. In Episode 3, Jianyu admitted to Eleanor that, like her, he didn't belong either. Why? Because he was really Jason Mendoza, a drug dealer and wanted DJ from Florida. In Episode 7, to keep Michael from retiring, and ultimately being erased from existence in shame after the neighborhood begins malfunctioning erratically because of her presence, Eleanor suggests killing Janet, which Chidi winds up doing, however accidentally. When Michael decides to stay and investigate the murder, Eleanor tells Chidi she loves him, and confesses to everyone that she was brought there by mistake. NBC. In Episode 8, Michael calls for the bad place to come collect Eleanor. And arriving by train, an envoy led by surprise guest star Adam Scott's Trevor delivers the real Eleanor Shellstrop to Psyker, who has been suffering in our Eleanor's place. Rather than choose one Eleanor to keep, Michael declares war on the bad place, and kicks Trevor and his goons out of the good place. In Episode 10, Jianyu Jason decides to marry Janet. Yes, really. In Episode 11, Sean Mark Evan Jackson, an eternal judge, and arrives by train to rule on Eleanor and Jason's ultimate fates. They, along with Janet, hijack the train and head for a medium place, which we'd previously been told did not exist. In Episode 12, as they hide out with Mindy St. Clair in her CATCH-22 of an existence endless supply of her favorite beer, but only ever served warm. For example, Sean passes judgment, ruling against Eleanor and Jason and declaring that if they don't return by his deadline, he'll take Chidi and Tahani to the bad place instead. Ultimately, Eleanor convinces Jason and Janet to return. And that leads us to NBC. The finale. While squabbling over which of the two should go to the bad place, Eleanor has an epiphany. This afterlife experience they've endured thus far hasn't been so torturous by mere accident. Rather, she asserts that they've been in the bad place all along. And just like that, everything changed. Michael confirms that this has all been an experiment for a new bad place neighborhood, where the four were chosen specifically to drive each other insane for all of eternity. Everyone else in the neighborhood, including real Eleanor, was a colleague of Michael's, merely playing a part. The only thing not fake: Janet, who Michael stole from the good place. Michael begs Sean for a redo, a blanking of the four souls' memories as he rejiggers some things. In a panic, Eleanor writes a message to herself, and places it with Janet. After she reawakens, and is presented with a new soulmate, Janet delivers the note. Eleanor finds Chidi. What do you think will happen when the show returns? Sound off with your best theories in the comments below. The Good Place returns for a special on-air season premiere at 10 p.m. on Wednesday, September the 20th on NBC, before settling into its regular night and time on Thursday, September the 28th at 8:30 p.m. E! and NBC are both part of the Universal family.